Well, good afternoon. It's April 15th, 2022 at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Active severe weather pattern this weekend. And then also we'll talk about severe weather potential coming in the next couple weeks, and also winter weather coming up next week. We'll talk about all of that today. Current temperatures across the nation right now. We have a very big contrast. We have 17 and 18 in central North Dakota. Teens up there mostly. Some spots approaching 20. We'll be lucky to get above freezing today for a lot of areas. But down here, it is warm. It is here, especially in Florida, the hottest part of the country right now. 83 in Tampa, 80 in Jacksonville, 75 in Miami. Very big contrast of temperatures. But south of that warm boundary, you can see that warm frontal boundary. You can see we do have 70s and 60s mixing in. Farther north you go, you do get into those 50s, especially in the northeastern region. Satellite, we do have some of those clouds. Mostly overcast in parts of the Ozarks and Texas, Louisiana. But up north, if you aren't aware, North Dakota has been slammed by a major blizzard, a historic April blizzard. That white stuff you see, all that white stuff, that's not clouds. You do have some clouds streaking over the region, but all of that white stuff you see on the ground, that is snow. And many, many, many inches of it. This is the no risk analysis, or the NORSC, however you say it. I usually say no risk, and some people say NORSC, but whatever. This is the snowfall analysis. And this is, by the way, not complete. This is not complete. This only goes to 7 a.m. Wednesday. I'm going to be surprised once the full analysis is complete if this peaks 50 inches for the max. Max is 49.3 in east central North Dakota. All right, so today we have a slight risk of severe storms for northeastern Oklahoma, northern and central Arkansas, northwest Mississippi, western Tennessee, and southern Missouri. Large risk goes into central Mississippi, northeast Louisiana, and northern Alabama. The SPC has upped that 20 risk to a 5% for northeast Oklahoma, southwest Missouri, and northern Arkansas, 15% wind risk as well. But the main focus today is going to be the large to very large hail. You see that black hatched area for parts of northeastern Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, and southwest Missouri. That will include the areas like Tulsa, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Bentonville, and also Joplin, Missouri as well, in Webb City and Neosho. Alright, service-based Cape Valley is valid at 8 p.m. Central Time. Instability values could range from about 1,000 to 2,000 joules, greater down south in the Texas, but we don't expect any severe issues in northeast Texas. At most, they'll be relatively isolated. Alright, we'll go for the simulated reflectivity, what the radar might look like tonight. We do have those isolated, clustered showers. Maybe a couple of these could be elevated supercells. If any of those could become surface-based, we could see a couple of isolated tornadoes within that. Then those will sort of be pretty clustery as they roll through. We don't expect the organized QLCS or MCS type of thing. We'll just see clusters. However, a few of these could produce some strong winds, some hail, maybe an isolated tornado or two with those more surface-based storms that feed off the slightly elevated storm-out-of helicity values. Then we have storms forming in eastern Oklahoma. These will quickly move into Arkansas. A long-duration event overnight tonight that we could see these storms with producing some large hail, isolated tornadoes, and also some damaging winds. But I do think the primary threat of damaging winds is going to be earlier with those initial storms. I think that's going to be our primary threat today. And then we'll sort of just cluster out. We could see some storms also throughout the day Saturday. So it's going to be a pretty long duration event as well. Also today, this afternoon, gusty winds across the Great Lakes region. Wind advisories are out for parts of Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and New York. So sustained winds from anywhere from 20 to 30, maybe 35 miles per hour in some areas, with gusts up to 50, maybe some areas approaching 55 miles per hour. We also have a high wind warning in northern New York. It's not shown on the map, but just be sure to secure any loose objects outside so they don't go flying around in the wind. Also, by the time I'm making this video for April 16th, tomorrow, Saturday, you have a slight risk of severe storms for southeastern Arkansas, northeastern Louisiana, central Mississippi, and southwest Alabama. The marginal risk goes from Texas over into Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina over to the Atlantic coast. This may have damaging winds as well. A tornado risk remains less than 2%. There's also a hail risk with that as well. Then Sunday, we do have a slight risk of severe storms for parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and also Arkansas. Mainly for primary effects, going to be wind, hail, and a couple of isolated tornadoes with that. I went to GFS to close the video off. We'll talk about our winter and severe threat. This is valid today. We could have some showers and storms over parts of the Architects region up into the Ozarks, spilling into the deep south region. Rain for parts of the Appalachians as well. We could have actually some snow. GFS is depicting some snow as well in parts of New York today. Then I'll move off slowly into Saturday night because there's also some snow in the northern Rockies. But rain and storms overspreading the deep south region today and tomorrow into Easter Sunday. I think Easter Sunday, we could see some couple of severe storms, mainly isolated to scattered. Maybe there's also some snow for the northern plains. But here's what we're talking about our winter threat as well as you go into Monday. We could see some snow for parts of the Great Lakes region. And then that system will move off to the northeast. We could have a surface low that does develop a subtropical low that picks up that energy and moves it off to the northeast. Okay, here is the total snowfall at the GFS for parts of the Great Lakes region. We can see some values anywhere from a half inch, maybe multiple inches, especially noted in Michigan and Wisconsin, and also Ohio as well. Here's a look at the European. European's a little more liberal on the amounts in Ohio. Could we see 6 inches? Who knows? I think that's a little bit high for the European. European generally goes more liberal on that. Here's a national view as well. Also note maybe North Dakota, which has already seen multiple feet of snow, could see even more of that. Here's the abundant models here, national abundant models. 6 inches of snow for portions of northern North Dakota. Not a good situation up there. Very historic April. Then for the Great Lakes region, a lot more conservative off the NBM abundant models for snow, which is pretty typical for this when there's not a lot of good agreement where it's going to be in terms of positioning and also amounts for this. Then as we go through time here, that surface low that Atlantic low will move off to the northeast, maybe bring some snow into Maine as well. Then with good timing, we could have a surface low that is in the northern plains, bringing some rain, maybe some storms to parts of the central United States. Not a huge severe threat. Then that system broadens out north of the Great Lakes region, bringing some snow into parts of Ontario and Quebec. Also the southern parts of Huron Bay. Then some rain could be possible for the central United States as well. Then our major system comes through. If this should verify, we could see another severe threat, like similar to what we saw just a couple days ago, April 12th. Now, could it be as severe? We don't know that yet. We can't nail down the severity of this, but we can sort of depict of where the regions that could be impacted could be, and the GFS is depicting another storm coming through here with potentially some strong severe storms for parts of the central United States into the Great Lakes region. We'll kind of watch that. Source of instability. There's some problems with these models in terms of instability and also where that's going to be, because the trough that's coming through, especially off the GFS deterministic model, has two areas, has two bases of the trough at 500 millibars. So we'll talk about that more on our Twitter page and all that, how that works out with our Track US. You can follow us on there. We'll talk about that. But European ensemble is showing that you do see that trough digging into the western United States. That's our system coming through, and those elevated 500 millibar winds there across central United States. That's our system coming through. So there is some ensemble support with this, some consistency and agreement with this. So we'll watch this late April, anywhere from the 22nd to the 26th, about this potential next severe threat. It is April after all. This is pretty common to see these severe threats. So anyways, that's it for today's video. A little longer than what I was expecting, about 10 minutes long. But I want to thank you all for watching. Stay weather aware and all that. And now you know what's coming up potentially for your area, whether it's severe, winter, or gusty winds, whatever it is. Hopefully you all are staying safe, stay weather aware. Make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss out on future content. Have a great Good Friday and have a great Passover, whatever you celebrate. And also, we won't be making a video on Sunday, so have a great Easter Sunday as well. See you guys in the next one.